Hello you Japanese schoolgirls, it's Rusty here, and today I'm playing Doki Doki Literature Club. Or perhaps I should say I'm reading, because this is an anime visual novel, or at least it appears to be on the surface. Now, I've probably made it clear in my earlier videos, I'm not a huge fan of the genre or of anime in general, so why the hell am I playing this? Well, on the Steam store, it has the tag psychological horror, and overwhelmingly positive reviews, also scattered all over the store page and in some of the reviews, which I haven't delved into because I don't want to spoil, are tags saying this game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. So I was kind of intrigued, especially as it's free. Now this was developed by Team Salvato. This is the only game they've made, or possibly it's just one person. There is some DLC you can buy for about £6. Now, I'm going to do something slightly different. I'm going to do a recommendation now, or at least a summing up, because once I get into the game, it's going to be quite spoiler heavy. And because this is a visual novel with next to no gameplay, I don't really want to spoil it. So, if you're a young child or someone who's maybe a bit mentally fragile, I would definitely say avoid this. Because despite the sort of cutesy anime visuals, you might be thinking, oh, I'm in for a fun dating sim with Japanese schoolgirls. No, it's not that. It kind of defies expectations in a way. I'd also wouldn't really recommend it to people like me who don't really like the genre, because it's front loaded with a lot of the same kind of things, just kind of reading inane dialogue. I was almost at the line of where I'm saying I don't like this, I don't want to play it anymore. But yeah, like I said, if it defies expectations eventually, it gets to that point, and there is a gameplay element, you have to make choices that seem to have quite far-reaching, sort of depressing consequences. So if that appeals to you, then I definitely recommend checking it out before watching this. Play it once off, knowing as little as possible, just to see if you like it. As I say, it takes a while to get going, but I ended up having to make a choice towards the end. And the thing that happened at the end of my playthrough, because there's numerous playthroughs I assume, I sort of thought about it for a good 20 minutes afterwards, and not many games make me think about things in a story sense like that. It was quite telegraphed, but it was also quite effective as well, and a little disturbing. Anyway, let's get into it. So here we are in a school classroom, which I can only imagine is the setting for 90% of animes. And 100% of anime dating sims. And this is the literature poetry class, which your character, who is a guy, has joined, and there are 4 cute anime girls in this poetry class, and you have to pick one. Essentially, it comes across as all the other dating sims. I don't play them often, but yeah, they're pretty cliched. And this begins that way, and I've decided to go for the thoughtful, insecure girl. There are 3 others. They are also cliched, at least on the surface. You've got the upbeat one, you've got the popular one, and you've got the sort of angry one. And this one is Sayori. I apologise in advance for my voice acting, it's going to be terrible. Gameplay wise, you create poems. There's 3 poems that you make, and you select different options, different words to put into the poems based on which you think will impress which girl. Again, like a dating sim, except here the game deals with depression and anxiety, and the words are very dark and disturbing, and so is some of the dialogue, and it gets more so as the game goes on. As if anime wasn't disturbing enough. Anyway, this is Sayori, your childhood friend, the upbeat one. It's nice, I guess. Come on, I can already tell you don't like it. Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Probably Yuri. That's the thoughtful one. Eh? I didn't write this for anyone specifically. Maybe. That's not really what I meant though. But it's okay. You're making new friends, just like I was hoping. That makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club? Well, of course I am. Good! That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Thundergun. Sorry, my name is Thundergun. I should have picked a serious name. Sayori, is there something wrong? Huh? No, nothing. Just a little tired today. Hehehe. Alright. Just tell me if you need anything. I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everyone else now. You insist? Yay! I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Sayori? Tell Monika I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out the classroom, humming to herself. So you can kind of tell maybe what her issue is. This is the head of the club. Possibly the weirdest character. She seems to know things and occasionally says random bizarre things, breaking the fourth wall. Okay, you three. We're all done sharing porns, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a second. Is it just me or did you say something strange right now? Eh? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Took a catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing is that Sayori isn't here. Seems you're right. Aye. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please, show some decency. Ah, come on. She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early. Is that so? Hope she's alright. So yeah, Yuri's the one I went for. Seriously. All the times to go home with her, you pick the time she's not feeling well. So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. No! First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. Ooh! A curious expression coming from Yuri of all people. Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier, everything is fine. What did she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations. So yeah, we're doing a poetry festival. Let's decide what everyone will do in this weekend. And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Pamphlets? Sayori will be helping me design them, and as for Yuri, you can, guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No, that's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know? Now Natsuki's pouting too. Jeez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. That may be the case. But if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know? So you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that. I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri, but anyway, that just leaves you, Thundergun. The one who is truly useless. Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. Just help me out as well. I would be really appreciative of that. So I should probably go for the one I've been going for the whole game. Is Monika suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? I did originally go for her. I've played through this once before. I wanted to change something to see if it would change the outcome. So you're probably thinking at the moment that this is just your bog standard anime dating sim. Maybe with a slightly weird overtone. I mean, the music's all jolly, the animation is your typical There's these cute anime schoolgirls. They're just talking about nonsensical things like cupcakes and stuff, making banners. But there's that dark undertone of one of the girls has gone home because she didn't feel great. She seemed a bit jealous, a bit sad. And there's the dark words in the poems. And each girl responds to different things, like the one who's gone home, bittersweet. So, possibly suffers from depression. So, you occasionally make these choices. And like I said, I'm going to try and change one. Because the girl who is your childhood friend is essentially jealous. At least she seems that way. But she puts this sort of front. But this is not the choice here. I don't know if this will affect it. I'm going to go with standard helping Yuri. Which is what I did last time. But then there's another choice later. I'm not going to show you it. Because, well, if you're going to play this, you want to see the ending. And it takes quite a while to get there. Because it is just a lot of reading. But I think it's slightly elevated over those usual anime dating sims because of this. I mean, there's horror elements as well. And there's fourth wall breaking that the choice I made, it sort of affects the game next time round. So there'll be multiple playthroughs. And I like that about it. Like I said, I thought about it a lot afterwards, which I don't usually do. And the presentation, I think, I usually hate this kind of thing. You know, in those anime dating sims, you just try and press a girl, and then maybe there's a chance you'll see some cartoon boob. But this kind of makes it more unsettling that it's the same style as those games, and there's this upbeat music, which occasionally changes to be less upbeat. So it's, yeah, it makes it more unsettling, and it's good. And this is free. I just wish maybe it didn't take so long to get going. Because the first, like, couple of goes through the poem, I guess they've got to sort of build up the characters, what they're like. Essentially, it's quite a long game as well. Although it's mostly still images. But like I said, the presentation sort of makes it more effective. I do wish maybe it was a bit more advanced presentation-wise, because you occasionally just get these changed images like this. You know, they'll move like that, but that's not really animation. That's just putting a different drawing up to look like animation. And you've just got the static background. But it's more effective than something like Depression Quest. Just the cutesy image for when it turns dark and depressing is, yeah, it works really well. So, I'll go back to terrible voice acting now for a bit. I think I'll just carry on to the next bit and show you that, because so far this seems fairly generic, I'm sure you'll agree. Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monika and Natsuki out the door as they chat between each other. Eh? I turn around. Sorry. I realise that I don't have any way of contacting you this weekend. Oh, you're right. I can't believe that slipped my mind. Should I give you my phone number? I think that would be the best way, yes. Alright then. You and I exchange phone numbers. Yes, Gideon. Okay. Then I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday. Eh? My house? Is that a problem? No, not at all. I just thought there would be one going to your house since I'm the one helping you. Ah, I suppose that makes sense. So a lot of her poems, because they show you their poems as well, which sort of, some are metaphorical, hers especially, because she's the artsy one as well. Hers sort of talk about ghosts a lot. So I'm wondering, maybe is she dead? I don't know yet. Not like it should matter much either way, so I'll just make sure the room is clean. Hope I managed to make myself useful in some way. Not nearly as creative as you are. Don't underestimate yourself, Thundergun. I think that we'll make a very productive team. Even if you only chose me because you felt bad or something. Wait! You don't actually think that, do you? Oh, you're so insecure. I don't know. It's difficult to come up with any other reason you may have chosen me. I can love you. You're forgetting the one reason with the most common sense. I chose to help you because that's what I want to do. But Yuri thinks of herself with an extremely tense expression. Yuri, you're overthinking this. You wanted me to point out when you're overthinking, right? Eh? I didn't realise. I'm telling you I want to. That's all there is to it. Do you believe me? Yuri thinks really hard again. She looks straight into my eyes for a long while. I believe you. As if it took her tremendous effort, Yuri finally says that and relaxes her expression. And I'm really looking forward to Sunday. Yeah, I am too. After that exchange, I make my way out the door and Yuri follows. I've forgotten what this girl's voice is. It's not like we text each other at all. I'm worried about her in the back of my mind, between what Sayuri said and what Monika said. Is it really okay for me to put Sayuri's feelings aside when she might need me? Now, you might be thinking what I was thinking. Telegraphed. We'll see in a second. Again, we used to play so often that we made a habit of it. Yeah, I used to be like that. My friends used to just walk in my house. The house is quiet. Sayuri isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom, where I finally find her. Sayuri? Hi, Thundergun. I sit down in her room. Sayuri forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayuri's room is as messy as it's always been. I also recognise the same stuffed animals and wall decorations she's had for years now. If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly want to come over today? Are you supposed to see Yuri today? Yeah, but... Wait, how did you know that? Sayuri had already left by the time we decided that last meeting. Monika told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? That's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monika today? Of course! I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. So it's just me there, and Yuri then? Yep. There's more silence between us. Yuri stares in a random direction. Everything about her behaviour is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing, after you left on Friday. When something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So... Sayuri smiles, shaking her head. That's no good, Thundergun. Eh? Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings. I didn't make that stupid mistake. You wouldn't have been worried about me at all. I wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have even been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. Just wants to torture me. Sayuri. I grab Sayuri by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Till I know I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayuri gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap, Thundergun? But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayuri? Really just gonna make me say it, aren't you, Thundergun? Guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I have really bad depression my whole life. You know that. How do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days, I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? I go to school, I eat, I make friends. I make other people put their energy and caring to waste having them spend time on me. That's what it feels like. That's why I just want to make everyone happy, without anyone worrying about me. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayuri kept this from me the entire time that I'd known her? It's the thing about depression. People who are really depressed, sometimes you can't tell. Especially those that have suicidal thoughts. Eh? Why is it that you've never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. So I knew I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much I could do. I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. Don't understand at all, Thundergun. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have had to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. Bittersweet when people try to care about me. Feels nice sometimes. Also feels like bat being swung against my head. Ah, that's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. But you're jealous, aren't you? Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. And I discovered something else too. So the choice I had to make, here you go, she said it upsets her, is choosing between her and someone else. At least that's what it feels like you to do, which seems a little bit selfish really. Seems like an unfair decision. Should you pretend to love someone because they're depressed when you like someone else? I mean, it's a game, but it's nice that it makes you think like that. That's what I'll do. No thunder gun. There's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I only showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Sidori's face. I made you join the team. Because I was selfish. Team. Punished by my heart hurting in a way that couldn't understand. So it's a little edgy and like sort of teen emotional, but it gets heavier. Still a little edgy, but I don't know, effective. And I don't want to spoil much more of it. You can kind of see where this is going though. Well, with some common sense, you can see where this is going. Yeah, it's alright. Check it out. As I say, it takes a while to get going. I can't believe I don't know if I'm enjoying it. It's not really a game still, but this is the only format I think you could do this in, because with the choices, the presentation, it kind of is more effective than a book. Maybe voice acting will make it a bit better. Some more sound effects and stuff, but it is a free-to-play game and it's a very small team, possibly one person, so yeah, I'm gonna leave it here. I'll see you next time. Bye.